Like when you done the interview with I can't remember his name, the Jesus finding
Andy
box. Yes. Just knowing that you can set up a camera and the way that you filmed it, where you're both sat at the ring and all that stuff, like, that's high level shit. Like, that is high level shit, knowing to set up that frame, and you've done it with fuck all equipment, mate. Fuck all.
Nothing.
Do you know what I mean? So that's the stuff you can't teach. Do you see what I mean? So there's not very much for me to throw at you. There's just, okay, right, let's look at your overall brand. Let's see where we can improve. And I'm not looking to take anything away from your editors. I think your editor is fucking great.
You know what, Ron? Do you want to know something, mate? I mean, this what you're putting to me. I do need help, and I know I want help. And the thing is me, I'm open to so much constructive criticism because I want to get better and improve.
Yeah. Oh, and it's literally, there's 3 or 4 things that you could do for your next podcast that would improve it greatly, and it's all just how you frame yourself and all the rest. But I'm not, the way that I run my business, right, is most companies that are management companies, open inverted commas, they want to come in and they just want to take 20% of everything you have, right? Your AdSense, all of that shit. For me, I believe that you cannot possibly have a management system where there's 500 clients and you're taking 20% and you can honestly tell your clients that you can manage them because it's bullshit. So we don't make any money from people unless we bring in new money. Yeah. So, like for example, Sean Atwood, I'm looking for sponsorship deals with him right now. There is a company called Air Up. It's a new drinks bottle, and it would be one that would be fishing for you as well, because it's a water bottle that you just fill up with water, but then you put a scent ring over the part that you drink out of. So you're drinking pure water, but you're smelling oranges, and it tastes like oranges. Yeah. You see what I mean? So it's that healthy hydration bullshit. The whole smell technology is going to be as big as the vaping when it took over cigarettes and tobacco, in my opinion. Yeah. So I'm good at spotting trends before they happen. I'm good at spotting people who are absolute rough diamonds. Absolute rough diamonds who are either unaware of their skill or are like you. You know you've got something good, but Jesus Christ, you've been punching people in the head for a living. We're like, how the fuck are you possibly going to know about, aspect ratios and all this shit? So I'm just here to take nothing from you unless I can bring things to you. And I'm happy to invest a little bit of my time in you so that you're like a future investment and things like that.
You know what, Ron, that sounds amazing, mate. Really good.
They bother me. Like I say, I'm 40-year-old. My life completely fell apart about 4 months ago. I'm going through the most insane court proceeding right now because I had a mental health episode after lockdown and all of this. Because my main job is going on the dark web and shutting down organizations that fucking profit from kids and shit. So I had a full mental breakdown in the street, fucking shouting at the neighbours, telling them that if I didn't find my dog, I was going to kill them all. And one of them, basically, I tried to help my missus get out of her car, and they said I've grabbed her arm and stuff like this. And under Scottish law, I'm not allowed to have any contact with my fucking family until after the court, and that's been all going on for like fucking 3.5 months. So then YouTube took away my main channel of 101,000 subscribers. So it's kind of just been like one repeated punch in the face for like this year to be. I'm at a point now where I'm functioning great. Mental health is good. I'm going to go. I'm pretty sure I've got ADHD and I'm probably a little bit on the autistic spectrum. I'm going to get all that sorted out in the next 2 weeks. But I'm at a point now where I'm launching Rook. I've got my clients ready. I've got these sponsors ready, and I'm ready to just sort of push it forward. And I'm now looking at the next crop, which is yourself and a few other people. But I really, really want to give as much to you and as much to Darren as well. I feel like after that, Darren's not the sort of person that's going to go on the internet and be like, I'm living in a bed shit, I've got no money, I'm fucked. He's not. He's too proud. He's too proud for that.
To tell you something, Ron, I've built a really good trust with that, and mate, he really trusts me. And I don't know whether you've seen that on camera, but I can make him laugh. He has a joke. It's known how to handle that, because I've been a naughty boy myself in the past, and I'm a fighting man, so I know how to handle these sort of people.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a naughty past as well. I've got no criminal record, but I may have used to grow one or two certain plants and things like that.
Yeah.
But I have no criminal record or anything, mate. But I used to be a broker for that particular plant for like 10 years. So dealing with scary people I'm totally fine with it. Like, Darren doesn't intimidate me. It's funny though. You can't pause the man when he's in a video without making him look like a fucking lunatic. Like every time I pause the podcast, his fucking eyes and face are just terrifying. Like, he's just got one of those faces.
Would you believe, Ron? Would you believe this if I told you that? Do you know when I do my narrations on my voiceovers?
Yes.
Right. I bet you wouldn't believe that I write absolutely nothing down. I just read it off the top of my head.
Oh my God.
Dude, I'm the same. I've made 5 documentaries with no scripts.
I've seen some of them.
Do you know what I mean? So I totally get that mindset, and that's 100% fine. So don't worry, you're not going to be like, oh, it's just a working format to have script. Nah, it'll be a working format to have a script in about a year's time when we approach a publisher for Netflix.
Yeah.
Because that's where your ass is going. Your ass is going on fucking Netflix, mate. You think? Are you having a fucking... Have you seen me? Mate, you look like Zangief from fucking Street Fighter 2. Right? Like, you're a really humble, nice guy who's built like a brick shithouse, takes an amazing photograph and has a story. Like, that is just... Netflix is just going to spunk all over that. But the problem with Netflix is you need to have what's called a publisher. Netflix, you have to have a publisher. So that's my next thing, is by Christmas to have publishers lined up for Rook. And after Christmas, if you know Vice documentary, Vice News and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's
the other side of the business that I'll be launching at the start of next year, which is the full brand with our journalists and all of that kind of stuff. So it's really exciting, and like I say, it's one of those businesses where we don't accept any applications from creators. We're not interested in anyone applying. We just find our own talent, and people are welcome to suggest people, but it takes me about fucking 5 minutes to spot somebody.
When did you come across me, Ron?
Yesterday.
It was only yesterday.
Yesterday, and then last night, because I've known about James English since Christmas, right? And I've not been allowed to say fucking anything. Do you know what I mean? So as soon as Darren dropped his name, I phoned Sean and I was like, oh my God, it's in the public domain. Can I go after him now? And he's like, yes. I was like, yes. Because this MTK shit, like, I'm really sorry, but everything, I took about eight or 9 points out of your podcast last night, and on my live stream, I went and I found the MTK gyms, I found reports of gangsters in the newspapers with MTK logos on their shirts and stuff.
Oh, really?
Then there's the panorama shit, and if all that ties back to James English, this is the first time first time I've ever seen organized crime looking to shut down other gangsters, okay, through podcasts and misinformation.
Well, do you know what? See me, I don't know whether you've noticed, but I'm very clever, mate. I keep my opinions to myself. And when I'm on the interviews, I've got to make things look like I'm neutral. But see all this stuff that Darren's on about. Everyone thinks Darren's crazy. It's all fucking true. It's happening.
Nah, it's not.
It's real, mate. It's real.
Mate, this is where I come in. This is what I do for a living. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to send a letter off to Sean. I'm going to phone Sean this afternoon and say, listen, why don't I phone to get and hold of James English, right, and say that fucking prick Sean Atwood fucking got his channel back. I never got my channel back. Fuck him, and see if I can like work my way in.
Yeah, like go undercover.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I just think that I could throw.
See if he's linked to any organised crime. His podcast days are over.
Mate, it's not even that. It's the fucking getting your mate stabbed.
Yeah.
It's see if we can fucking tie any reality to that. He's done. He's fucking done. Okay, organized crime links and all that. Arguably, that could boost his fucking reputation. Organized gangster. Oh, he's a gangster. All that stuff. What we need to do is turn the public against him in a way he can't come back from.
Yeah.
Because that's like I say, that's where I come in. You know, I'm very much the guy who gets his hands dirty, goes in and just
Donald McIntyre-esque.
Mate, I just have a skill in detecting bullshit and making people say things without realizing that they said things. I like to convince people that I'm a lot dumber than I am, and it makes them a lot easier to control.
Do you know what, Ron? People look at me and think I'm a big dumb bastard, but do you know what? I'm quite intelligent, mate. Can you hear me, bud? Going off, Ron.